Hey, Steve Wagner, Virtual Properties Realty. You know, Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is one of the best business books ever written. We're going to go over how we can incorporate those principles, those 7 principles, into your life, into your career. Okay, Steve Wagner, let's go over the 7 habits of highly effective people, Stephen Covey. Habit number 1. Be proactive, and obviously that's the opposite of being reactive. That means you're driving the ship rather than the outside world dictating how you operate. One thing to understand is that our success level is directly proportionate to the number of tasks that we end up completing. So think about wisdom, think about Newton's laws of cause and effect, his 3rd principle. Every action that you do, every wise action is going to have a reaction. We'll have a wise or a good reaction. Unwise actions are going to have bad reactions. So I think that kind of explains habit number 1 is the habit of being proactive versus reactive. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. This doesn't mean obsess over the future, obsess over your goals. Yes, have goals, be passionate, have a vision, definitely know what you're trying to accomplish, where you're trying to go. Be flexible with your approach, because kind of like if we were going to California from Georgia, there'd be a lot of twists and turns. We would obviously know the route we were going to go, but guess what? There could be construction along the way. There could be accidents. So we need to be flexible to be able to get there in the quickest amount of time and the most enjoyable amount of time. We might need to be flexible with our approach. I always believe in the saying, the pursuit is happiness. Again, if you obsess over the goals, a lot of times you're going to be disappointed, when you get there. You're obsessing over the outcome, I should say. So, enjoy the process. Smell the roses along the way, but begin with the end in mind. And remember, the pursuit is happiness. Okay, number 3, put first things first. That means begin every day with a prioritized task list. Remember those wise tasks? Have a bunch of wise tasks on your docket for each day and prioritize them. A, B, C, D. Work that priority. There's one more technique I'll talk about. Time blocking. If you really want to get something done, you'll put it in as an appointment, and it's an appointment that you do not move. And prospecting might be the number 1 thing that we time block. Okay, let's go to number 4. Think win-win. Well, what is it that we do as real estate agents, as salespeople? We bring people together. So in order for people to come together, they have to be thinking they're winning in some way, shape, or form. They have to be thinking that, yeah, I'm giving something up, but I'm getting something better than what I'm giving up. And you need to be a person that first of all has that in your spirit, and then can be a leader and bring that out in both people. Because sometimes it's problem solving. So that's one of the greatest skills you can have, is the ability to bring out win-win in other people and demonstrate that yourself. Let's go to number 5. Habit number 5. Seek first to understand, then be understood. So it's really about empathetic listening, true listening. Like, those people that are always wanting to talk, and you're trying to tell some kind of story, you're trying to explain something. They're always like, you're always, if you breathe, they're going to butt in. Don't be one of those people. Listening skills is the best salesmanship skill that's out there. So, that is one of the best habits you can get into, is listening to people. People like you more when you listen to them. And guess who most people do business with? They do business with people who they know, who they like, and they trust. And listening to people is one of the best techniques for getting people to like you more. All right, let's go to number 6, synergy. Speaking of techniques, you can't be a big time producer in real estate without incorporating leverage. And what is the number 1 leverage technique? Bringing people in to your vision. Remember, beginning with the end in mind, bringing them in, getting them to buy in with your vision one way or the other. You could even be paying them a salary to do it, or you could just be inspiring them. But Stephen Covey believes in a principle called 1 + 1 = 3. So when you get people working together and they're fired up about something, you can move mountains. So yes, number 6, synergize. The last one, number 7, sharpen the saw. Sometimes people misunderstand this one. Sometimes they think it's just, hey, take vacations, and that's part of it, because if you're always using the axe, using the saw, the axe is going to become dull. It's proven if you sharpen the saw, there's a really good story to that, but I don't have time to tell it now. But if you sharpen the saw, sharpen the axe, you're going to be way more effective. It's well worth the investment in time to sharpen the saw and sharpen the axe. So it really means two people. Let's make sure we clarify what this is. Yes, take some time off, because if you're just work, you're just not going to be very effective. You're not going to be a good leader. You're not going to inspire people. They're going to see you're tired. They're going to see you're not into it. But then secondly, you need to take some time off from work to improve yourself in learning and developing skills and knowledge, things that are just going to make you a more valuable practitioner of real estate. Well, I hope you enjoyed me explaining the 7 habits of highly effective people, one of my favorite books of all time. I promise you, if you apply these principles, your career is just going to take off. All right, thank you.